Hi, it's Conor Svensson here, founder and CEO of Web3 Labs, and this is your week in enterprise blockchain and protocols on Monday, the 11th of October 2021. Following their phenomenal success with NFTs, Dapper Labs are now looking at DAOs. Celo is tokenizing rainforests, and the Mirror blogging platform opens up to all creators. Dapper Labs have announced that they've acquired Brud, which is a startup that creates computer-generated influencers as well as a number of different ventures. But they're actually looking at the acquisition to help it build out a new business unit focused on decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs as they know. Brud is known for running the account behind Miquela, which is a well-known CGI influencer, and the firm's built a significant community associated with NFTs based on its characters. However, the founder of Brud, Trevor McFedris, also that he's looking at another business which is focused on the future of culture, and this is it's called something that's Friends with Benefits, which is a DAO based on Ethereum, and the group is really looking at ways to actually bring together culture as well as technology. Dapper Lab really wants to make use of these community building skills to actually start building what are they called Dapper Collectives, which is going to be focused on their version of DAOs, basically on no doubt their Flow blockchain there. The Celo blockchain, they've announced their Climate Collective, who are looking at tokenizing rainforests and other related assets. They're looking at actually investing as much as 40% of the Celo reserve into this. So what Celo want to do here basically is use funds associated with the Celo token to actually back it with rainforests, rather than trying to plant new rainforests as such, because they think it's a lot harder to deploy billions of dollars for planting trees as opposed to encouraging people to actually transact with a currency that's got natural capital behind it. If they go ahead with this, it would be roughly $340 million that would be backed by these rainforests there. So it's a significant initiative on their part. The bank BNY Mellon have announced what they're doing on the Marco Polo blockchain trade finance network. They've said that they're an active member on it, and they're looking to utilize it to actually bring greater efficiencies to the world of trade finance. With the Marco Polo network, what it does is it integrates with a lot of traditional banking systems and ERP systems. It's based on the Corda, and they're very much so enterprise focused in terms of what they do there. BNY Mellon have spoken about a number of what they consider to be advantages associated with the platform, such as the real-time visibility into supplier purchase orders and invoices, and also the digitization and automation associated with it. And it's something that comes up again and again with trade finance, because typically the workflows associated with these are quite cumbersome. There's a lot of manual processes and a lot of actual physical documents in some cases. So this digitization and providing blockchain for transparency is definitely one of those areas where you've got a good use case for it. There's a new bot that's called Wayfare, which is focused on helping people find DAO communities on Discord. I don't know if you've ever actually tried to track down DAO communities, but it's one of those things that you almost need to be in the know to actually find where the relevant DAO communities are that you want to engage with, because it's not like you can just Google them as such. And so what Wayfare does is it uses Discord bots to help match people and their interests to over 100 different DAOs that make use of the platform. And so apparently it was designed and engineered at DigitalX, which is a Web3 protocol using Ethereum and Polygon. The actual creator of the project was asked why you couldn't simply use Google or LinkedIn, but again, it's this whole thing. It's not generic information as such. It's something that emerges quite quickly, and by having the right connections there, you can find these DAOs and potentially start contributing to them quite quickly, because the space does move incredibly fast. Bison Trails, the Web3 infrastructure provider, are looking at working with a real estate investment firm called Colchis Capital. What they're looking at there is the utility of the provenance blockchain in enhancing the whole real estate management services. And so with this partnership, Bison Trails will provide all of their node infrastructure, and what they want to do is help provide more efficiency and transparency to the real estate market here as well. And so again, most people have experienced firsthand how cumbersome it is when you're transacting with real estate, and so by finding ways to actually simplify this, it is certainly very appealing. In this instance, though, Bison Trails, with the platform, they want to provide investors with real-time reporting on cash flows and yields, without the typical costs associated with this. And there might be the opportunities for asset tokenization there as well, which of course is another very hot topic here. Chainalysis, the blockchain analytics firm, they've purchased the cybercrime investigative company Excygent, and they're looking to work together to dismantle ransomware operations. The issue here is that there's a lot of ransomware payments that are being used on blockchain. So people might install some software that has a virus there, and then the people who actually created it, they say, you'll lose all your data if you don't pay us a certain amount of Bitcoin. So it makes sense for Chainalysis's position as being one of the leading providers of analytics about what's going on in the blockchains to actually find start scratching beneath the surface there. And they've certainly got their fingers in a lot of different pies there. But it's it's definitely something that is going to be useful for the wider adoption of the technology. Finally, as well, the Ethereum-based platform Mirror has actually opened up to all content creators. So it's a decentralized blogging platform. Previously, you had to take part in what was called Mirror's Right Race in order to actually get any of their tokens. And so it was in effect a popularity contest where the top finishers during this contest would actually be airdropped the tokens, which they'd be able to use for one of the Mirror hosted blogs. So this just opens it up to people more generally, but they're very focused on this kind of the idea of having a medium like platform that's fully decentralized, but also adding in sort of crypto's economic incentives in there as well, such as like NFT collectibles, have auctions and crowdfunding campaigns, say for writing content and so on. So it's definitely one to watch because they're really looking at kind of this emerging way of jumping into what is a very popular medium for people to actually put content out there, but in a way that's kind of more natively crypto friendly. That's all we have for this week. If you like what you hear, please ensure you like the video, share it with people and so on and so forth. You've probably noticed that I'm now splitting up these videos. Instead of just one long week in blockchain, we've now got this week in crypto, this week in DeFi, this week in NFTs, this week in enterprise and protocols. Hopefully the shorter form will resonate more with you, as it just makes it easier to consume the content that you're particularly interested in. But if you like what you hear, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and the podcast themselves. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.